The wicked one is on a mission. The pen manual and the transmission. Who not like it?
You watch Snowfall, by the way. I started watching Snowfall this year. I'm new to it. I'm on the current season of it. It's pretty good. Was it John Singleton produced it? And there you go. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's definitely got that John Singleton feel to it. I see it. John Singleton is a G, definite G. Like, definite, and I love the way he builds his worlds and all of that stuff. So he's gone now, so R.I.P. to him and all of that. But yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, that's John Singleton. I saw the credits, I was like, yep, I knew. Like, it's good stuff for sure. What's his name? Damson is he does a good job in it. He definitely does. I did not like that last season of Black Mirror, the episode that had him in it. I absolutely fucking hated that episode. I think that's what put me off watching Snow. I was like, I'm not watching this shit. No, I'm not watching it. That episode was terrible. Oh my gosh. Then again, that whole season of Black Mirror to me was garbage. The way they tie in the street urchins, CIA, and street police is perfect. Yeah, isn't it? I was gonna say, is it the story of Freeway Rick Ross or something like this? I can't remember. I can't remember to be exact. But I feel like there is ties to my to that. But yeah, I love Snowfall. It is very good. And then obviously loosely based. Of course. Not the direct. Yeah, of course, man. And what's his name? What the comedian youth that they turned into man? That name cracks me up, Man Boy. Like, what possessed them to come up with that name? Yeah, when I hear that Man Boy, oh my! Every time his name is mentioned, I bust up laughing. I can't take this guy seriously. Man Boy. Shit. Yeah. But yeah, I like Snowfall. I need to watch the current season. That was the why didn't I watch that? I can't remember why. Because I breezed through seasons 1, 2, and 3. I couldn't stop watching. I was one. I went through that shit quick. That's probably what it was. Because I realized it was the last season, I was like, let me take time. And I just haven't started. Then again, same thing, Money Heist. I started watching Money Heist. I've been drip feeding that shit. I like a little by little. But I think it's probably gonna end up becoming overrated just because, again, it was one of them shows that everybody was yammering on about. But yeah, definitely got a lot of time for Snowfall. Rate that. Yeah, that shit is hard. You watched any of the Power Book? Cause I ain't watched I ain't seen none of them. I can't say I'm really interested either. Yeah, I don't know about all that. It got very soap opera-ish. It was they reduced. So it's like they had big characters, they had big storylines that they could have followed, and then they reduced it to, yeah. It became same thing like Empire, where it's like you have big potential, you have the budget, you have the audience, you have the platform, but they focus on like, this is what you're doing with that. So when I stopped, I can't even tell you where I got to in Empire. Stopped. Power, I forced myself to watch it all the way through. But yes, I did feel multiple times I felt like the character potential of a lot of these people was wasted. Mix Empire, Days of Our Lives, and horrendous acting, and Days of Our likes. Hold on. Like sand through an hourglass, so are the days of our lives. That shit used to wake me up in the mornings, bro. Yep. That used to be on the TV in Jamaica at like 6 a.m. or whatever the shit. Like, that's when you knew it was time to wake up, when you heard that shit in the morning. I never liked Days of Our Lives because it always meant time to wake up. So yeah, fuck that show. So yeah, that's a horrible... When you say it like that, yeah, it's a horrible mix. Yeah, Empire just like it has the necessary sheen, so it looks very aesthetically pleasing. The set design, it's all there, but it's just what they do with the story. I'm like, ugh. I had shows like that I only remember from watching. I'm telling you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Days of Our Lives in the morning. When it was Young and Restless, you know that it was like 7 o'clock because that's when Young and the Restless starts. That means that the TV's gonna get switched over to news, and then after that, you know it's 8 o'clock because that's when Bold and the Beautiful music comes on. And boy, everybody and their dog was watching Bold and the Beautiful, except me. I ever really, from young, I never liked none of them soap opera something there. I never liked any of them. But yeah, Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge, Brooke, Ridge, Brooke, Eric, Taylor. No, Stefano was Days of Our Lives. But yeah, and I know the characters' names because obviously you hear them, but like, oh my gosh. If you didn't want to do no work in class the next day, mention one of these soaps and it will guarantee you that the first lesson doesn't happen. That's all everyone will be talking about. I used to pretend like, yeah, did you... I ain't watching that shit, but you just mix it up with them. USA, oh, La Femme Nikita, we definitely had that in Jamaica. Obviously, Hercules, yep, Xena. Hercules came on a Wednesday evening. Xena was Saturday at 6 o'clock. Only thing I remember from Days of Our Lives was the dwarf and the old lady. Nah, there was one dude in there called Stefano. He was like the rich man of the thing, like. He was like, he had the money and he was like the Mr. Burns of the thing, like. He was just wicked for no reason. And they were all shook of him, like, what I can't remember what his obsession was, supposedly what it meant, or I don't know. And then I remember there was one Obia woman on there called Celeste. And then it's like, that's the thing I remember laughing about as well, is it always would end up that it's someone else's child. So, Steph, the reason the woman hates Stefano is because Stefano is like the woman's daughter's father, and oh my god, I'm just like, how many times is it gonna come down to it being about Stefano? Used to watch Walker Texas Ranger down there. Yeah, that's it. That used to come on Saturdays around 8 as well. Walker Texas Ranger. Yep. They used to watch that shit. And then the black shows we used to get was like Living Single, Moesha, the one with Steve Urkel. What is that? Growing Pains or whatever that was called. Hanging with Mr. Cooper every now and then, you'd get that. And LL Cool J, was it In the House? That used to come on as well. What else did they used to show? Family Matters, that's the one. Family Matters. Steve Urkel, whatever that shit was. What other black shows did they get down there? Moesha. Yep. Sister, obviously. They used to run that as well. What else? Jamaican TV scheduling was actually lit. They had good shows, good stuff at good. That the schedule was, because a lot of it was stuff they didn't make. So their lineup was dope. And you only had, well, for the longest time we had one channel, which was JBC, and then they renamed this channel so many times. It used to be JBC, then they tried changing the name to Super Supreme. Nobody liked that. And then they changed it to, is that when did they immediately go to TVJ after that? They renamed this thing like 3 times, and it's like Super Supreme was the one that people rejected the most. Because it was, so the Supreme Radio Group owned like RJR, Fame FM, this one, that one. And they're like, nope, Super Supreme is not happening. We don't like it. That shit got changed quick because JBC was a legendary name. I don't know why they really changed that. Well, Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation or whatever. They should have kept that one. But yeah, they turned it into TVJ. That was the only channel we had for ages, and then you started being able to pick up CVM depending on where you lived. And then CVM was the second channel. Can't even remember what CVM stands for. Used to know all of this shit, but no one cares. CVM was more... I feel like their entertainment schedule was better. TVJ was more made in the sort of BBC mode. So it was a lot of educational stuff. Whereas CVM was a bit more younger leaning. I don't even know what the state of Jamaican television is now. No idea. Oh yeah, and they always did dope morning shows though. Their morning shows used to be hilarious. I don't know why. Yeah, I was gonna say why. Yeah, it's because of Days of Our... You mentioned Days. You should have never mentioned Days of Our Lives. That brings back bad memories, man. Like every morning being woken up by that fucking shit. Like sand through the hourglass. So are the days of our lives. And that stupid music that plays after it. So yeah, it was time to wake up when you heard that shit. Yeah. Young and the Restless, I can't even remember anything remarkable about it. I can't even tell you what the characters' names were. I just Young and Restless, was that more kind of sex leaning? I can't remember. It's wild that La Femme Nikita and Days of Our Lives are two of the things I think about when I go back to Brownstown. What a mess. I used to watch Highlander as well. Highlander and the X-Files. But that's late at night though. I never liked La Femme Nikita. I just remember it being boring. I thought it was boring. Like people were watching like, oh my god, like I can't take my eyes off. I'm like, what? This shit is shit. This is shit. Like why? Exactly, that hourglass, exactly. That and that annoying fucking music. Like, what are you trying to do here? Like, I don't understand. That music was terrible. Yeah, nah. You absolutely smacked it. Man said the hourglass on the title screen. Yeah, yep. And that curly writing and off. Yeah, dropped me out. Never liked it. Could never like that show. I was really trying to watch Xena and Hercules and they throw La Femme Nikita. I used to watch The Pretender as well. The Pretender was a bad man thing. I rated that show still. Yeah, I think they remade it. I think they've remade The Pretender, but I'm not big on remade TV shows. I'm just like, yeah, you're not gonna do it properly. I'm not bothering. What else did they? The thing is, if I sit here and really penny it, I can remember pretty much the whole lineup of everything they used to show. But yeah, I feel like The Pretender was like one of the best shows they had. But I don't think no one even really remembers that too tough. It was about this kid that was like a genius that they experimented on from when he was little. He was so smart he could pretty much perform any task you asked him to. He escapes the place, and then the reason they can't find him is because he keeps moving, and then he keeps taking up new jobs and assuming new identities and all of this shit. Oh man, The Pretender. Yeah. Mad. And then towards the end it was Smallville. I started watching Smallville towards the end before I moved back to the UK. It was Xena, Hercules. They used to show some shit as well. I don't know if you've ever seen a show called Nightman. It's fucking horrible. Nightman is the worst. Like I don't know why they put this show on TV. If you've ever seen Nightman, it's the worst, most budget-looking superhero shit I've ever seen. I've never seen something so... Actually, no, I'm lying. I've seen worse. They used to show one sitting called Tattoo Teen... Tattoo Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters of Beverly Hills. They used to show that on a Saturday morning. When that came out, I was like, I'm out. I'm out. Like, I'm not watching that shit no more. I'm out. Like, let me see if Nightman is actually a thing that you can find on IMDb. He looks like Morbius. Nightman. Oh, this looks terrible. Evil's worst nightmare. Oh my gosh. Why did they make this? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's actually a comic book. Swear down. Oh, that looks so bad. There's a movie for it as well. You're joking. A jazz musician who gains superpowers after getting struck by lightning. Fucking hell. That is mad. Oh shit. Nah. This garbage is beyond embarrassing. How did it get 2 seasons? Cheesy is putting it mildly. No one can act in this. The redhead cop is not only atrocious as an actress, she's inept at playing a cop. Did you write this, bro? One, she can't say her lines believably. 2, she can't use believable body language. The production values are terrible. This is filmed in the dark with a potato. So no one can see what's going on. Instead of actors, they might well as use CGI everything. It's pathetic. It's beyond laughable. I could never be friends with anyone who enjoys this. Who enjoys this kind of crap? The lead must have been embarrassed beyond belief. He went from starring in his own series to becoming an extra. Goes to show you how terrible the show was. It really ruined his career. 1 out of 10 because I can't give it minus 5,000 stars. Oh, holy shit. Someone wrote this on my birthday this year. Oh my god. These reviews are hilarious. Oh man, nah. Man said he looks like Morbius with Deadshot Cyclops headwear. His suit is just a Nightwing ripoff. They're shameless. Yeah, this was on Jamaican TV. Nightman. Fucking awful. Awful.